What's up everyone, it's Jambors, new video, and in this video I will be doing podcast again, and I will be talking in this episode about songwriting camps, how they can influence Eurovision, what are their weaknesses or what are the minuses of them, what they can bring or what it's negative, but more likely about what it's also positive about them. Because every single coin has two sides, and this also counts for this topic, which is becoming much more relevant for Eurovision world than ever. Like, most of the songs are actually made on those camps. And I'm just asking a question. Is it good or is it wrong? Or both? Let's talk. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, let me thank you all the members. Actually, I'm not sure how many I have now, but here you go, the shoutout is here, and everybody who will become a member for exclusive club and bigger or higher will receive those shoutouts for sure, and also will receive the full content, like every single unedited, of course if I'll be sneezing or I don't know, doing like crazy sounds, because that can happen during the video, you never know. You will receive unedited version of everything I will say in here, which maybe it may sound a little bit more chaotic, but you will be delivered me 100% with all the information, and for the rest there will be a reduced version with some information missing. Of course you will get also the very good bunch of content, but not all of it. So this will be also about this video, because that's how I want to also motivate you to just support this channel and giving you the opportunity to do so. Of course, you can subscribe to the channel, like the video, this classical stuff, buy me a coffee or give me a super like. This is also perfect, amazing. However you can support me, support this channel, and support my motivation of creating this content for you would be great. And in this video, I really would like to give you the experience from me as a producer, head of delegation, not really as a fan, no, not really. I would try to give you in this video a professional approach on what songwriting camps are, what value they have, what positives and negatives they bring to the world of Eurovision, and how to use them, you know, like how to work with such information and how they are shaping the contest we all love. So first of all, let's me a little bit explain what they are. Basically, songwriting camps are the gatherings, workshops, sometimes one day long, sometimes more day long, where artists from various professions are meeting together and creating songs together with very specific rules. Each songwriting camp, each producer or owner of the songwriting camps have a little bit different rules, but for example, it is like the composer will meet, the singer will meet, the producer will meet together. There are more people like this, they create teams and they have, for example, a task like let's create an up-tempo song together, or let's create a mid-tempo song together, or create a ballad, or this camp is funky camp, so let's do funky music, or some more likely free thing, like I have a trouble to find an inspiration, but I have this topic in my mind, how to transfer it to song. So this is all the conditions which are met together at songwriting camps, where after all some demo versions of the songs are really made overnight, like many, you know, because today to compose, to create, to do something, at least a simple melody, something as a start of something, it's possible to be done. Although some demos are really cool already, you know, during the night. It depends on the inspiration, which people gather together, what they will create together, and what is the task. For example, there is a task, I'm not sure how it's in Norway it's done, but they have those official songwriting camps, and they, after all, have plenty of those songs in the finals, or at least in their national selection in Melody Grand Prix from those songwriting camps. And I don't want to tell this is exactly like this, but in my opinion, the task is let's write the song for MGP, and it might be whatever. It's good for artists who are just starting their careers, or they don't know, they can meet people and so on, to bring something new. There are of course things around it which I don't like that much, but it always depends on how each songwriter is set up. So you have, for example, songwriter in here in Czechia by Endavabra, which idea I really like. It's about more like gathering people to get together and let's try to find their own sound, their own vibe. It's something what they want to do, regardless the platform they want to send it. So it's not about Eurovision specifically. It's not about some festival, some other thing specifically. It's about let's create great music together, which I think this is the best approach. Some of songwriting camps are much more specialized. They are really specialized more about like let's create sound for Eurovision, let's create sound for national selection. Specific, they are specified, so they are looking for something to attract a specific viewer or specific listener, which might be a good strategy at some point. I don't like it. I more likely like the way, of course, when the artists are natural to themselves instead of trying to be what public wants from them, because that takes out of the authenticity. Of course, nowadays, what does it really mean? Like on Spotify, you cannot feel it, but what's happening this era is that everybody's doing just singles, and it feels like many artists losing their identity. It doesn't matter, it's the single from the artist, but where is the album? How can I reach the person? I know that it is expensive, it is a lot of work, it's uncertain, very uncertain if such things will work, but it brings much more positive things if it's done properly, or if the artist is lucky. Anyway, with a single you must be lucky, nowadays, because every single minute like 100 songs are made and posted on Spotify. So to be part of this competition, it's not really easy, and you need to advertise yourself very much and find your own tune. Also, it's probably not really easy, and that's why we see all those crazy combination of whatever, which I think it's a chaos, which is uncertain in the way that no one knows what they want to do. I think this is the biggest issue of this era for the artists in general. Like, I want to be an artist, I can sing, I want to be a singer, but I have no clue what I want to do. I don't know what I like, what I want to do. I know what I like to listen, but I don't know what I want to do. What is the message I want to send? What is the thing I want to do? I want to create. What is my sound? What is my identity? And this creates this average music layers, which is just about nothing. Like, everybody sounds the same, no one brings the authenticity. And when somebody has this authentic himself or herself, it's this creates something special. This is the X factor. Of course, not everybody can have it, and not everybody has it, or not everybody has it globally. I think what we are waiting at Eurovision for, Loreens and Maneskin, because they can be like global stars at some point. At least Maneskin are really like global stars, but they are one of the millions. I think Eurovision is not here for finding new global stars, because this is random. Eurovision is a platform where artists should shine and fight with the best possible songs the country can deliver, which in my opinion, but this is for another topic, but which is my opinion not really happening, and everybody is more like calculating how they can go through finals, through semifinals, and with those conditions. But it should go a little bit different, higher, upper way, which in my opinion wouldn't be ever possible just with songwriting camps, because songwriting camps not deliver artists, they deliver singles. For example, this single from Nemo, it fits, it works perfectly, but is this originally Nemo's story? No, it's not that authentic. It's My Turn from Martina Barta, the authentic story of the artist? No, it's not, and you could feel it. Tattoo was a completely different thing. Tattoo was given to Loreen, and they reinvented the way that it fit her. But this is also one of a million, Of course, today music, it's made like this. Like, some producers are or it was always like this. Not all the singers are also composers, lyricists, and so on. This is absolutely okay. But those producers and everybody, they fit the songs on who they are. But this is the difference between focusing on Eurovision and focusing on yourself. if the producers give you the songs which they think that it might fit you, it's more likely really fits you. It's made for you to shine. If the producers will give you a song which might fit Eurovision, what role as an artist you play there? An artist actually sells the music, not the music itself. Music without the artist, not yet. It's nothing. Even the DJ stuff, it's always connected to some DJ. And I think this is the downside of the songwriting camps at some point, because it can be a little bit of fast food, of course, with some amazing results, with some singles, and I think that's why I cannot say they're wrong, because there's always a bright side when there is not. It's like good cars can go from big factories, right? So this is just it. I will tell you that this structure of my podcast are crazy. I just cannot stop talking, but I'm like this. This is like, I probably cannot be better, because then I would be completely stressed out. That's why I wouldn't ever be able to be a host of something, to follow the script. I rather write a script. Anyway, I write positives and negatives about songwriting camps, just few of them. Of course, maybe you can find a lot more, much more, but this is what I pinpointed and what I like on it, right? So one plus is cooperation. Like, it puts people together and kind of natural way for them to cooperate, which I think this is very important skill. This is not easy to do, and also it takes you in songwriting camps out of the comfort zone. If you want to do something, you need to cooperate with somebody you maybe barely know. You need to feel that those people, and it opens things in your mind which can just help you to be not just a better artist, but maybe a better person in general in whatever you will do in the future. Yes, new contacts is like networking, collabs. This is the big plus of songwriting camps, that of course with meeting new people, new opportunities are here, and if you can grab them, maybe it can take your career somewhere else, because that doesn't matter if you will make a good song together or not over there, but maybe you can feel yourself with the composer, with the lyricist, with the artist, with any combination of people who are present there, and you can say like, okay, on songwriting camp it didn't work, or it worked perfectly, but the song, okay, meh, but maybe we can do an album together, maybe we can do some other music together, maybe we can cooperate, maybe we can create a band together, or a team, or a company. And this is perfect. Like, for this, in my opinion, songwriting camps really matters, because also they will take you out of the comfort zones, and very experienced producers from the world, or even in here in Czechia, they connect different people, not just from the own country, but also from abroad, to bring them to create a mix of people who maybe never met, but they can feel each other, to create new business models, to create new music, to create new opportunities, new results, anything, but something what would never happen if there is no songwriting camp. This is what I love on it. It's like missing the value, like the real value, like where it goes, because the value for the brand as you are as a person is some long-term thing, some development. That, for example, like, this is a little bit different example, but if you take my YouTube when I started with Eurovision YouTube, and you see my videos now, I would say this is a huge development, and even I still keep the same pillars. I develop in the way how I speak, how deeply I speak to you, what I do, what I learned. For example, 4 years, maybe 2 years ago, I wouldn't be able to do reaction videos the way how anybody else is doing, kind of. Now I'm somewhere there, and I find finally my comfortable zone about it. But it's still me, you know what to expect. But I'm not saying one day that I like ballads and the other day I hate ballads. And this is, now you understand the coloration, right? You understand the example with, for example, Nemo. Like, one song absolutely different genre, the other song completely different thing. It's not authentic. This is for me a little bit pity that I cannot listen to this artist. For example, Mahmoud, I can, or Marco Mengoni, or maybe basically all the Italian artists, because they are artists who are creating their own music, and somehow and I know that it's more complicated, Sanremo, blah blah blah, but they pick the best song, is even single or the song from the album they have, and put it in Sanremo and represents themselves with their music, because after all, what brings artists money nowadays, it's not those singles in general, it's the concerts. And if you want to have a good concert, you need to have a strong album. If you have a strong album, the chance you will reach fans, and fans will go to see you, not your one song. They will go to see you, your whole album, and somebody will know this one more, this one. They can sing more songs with you. This is perfection. I think this is the goal of the artist. This is something what songwriting cannot give you. What songwriting can give you is the contacts to the people who you will be able to create such album with. For example, it will open this to you. I think this is a big power of songwriting camps if they are done properly and not focused on Eurovision, for example. Because this is producers thing. This I wrote in here, I'm jumping again, but I wrote it here, that from producers' point of view, like me, songwriting camps are a blessing, because I have certain days that I will be delivered some songs. And if I'm lacking on this authenticity, for example, some bands want to release an album and tell me like, hey, we have some songs on the album. I'm really sorry about this. I needed to do this. Oftenly, it's unpersonalized. Yes, it's story of somebody else. It's mostly happening when a composer with lyricist or somebody, they create a song, maybe with the singer, but the singer is there just to fill it, with the lyrics and create it as the song feeling, but the song is made for anybody. It's basically a product to be sold to somebody, which is nothing new in the music industry. It's happening all the time that somebody creates a song and say like, hey, I got a amazing song for you, I think it would fit you, this is perfect. But with such things, I have no problem. In general, I wouldn't have a problem at all, because this is normal. But it comes with the one downside, that those stories for those artists are not authentic, and you can see that those songs are mostly sung by the artists who can really create something about it. But if they already had some discography, it doesn't really fit. It doesn't fit. And if you go deeper in the story, you can find out that those stories are recreated. It's not their stories. That's why those songs always lack something if they are really not made for this person or recreated for this person, or have some added value into it. I know this is a thin line and it really probably depends, but the way when artists are creating their, all the artists, singer, songwriter, composer, blah blah blah, even though it's one person or more, they are working on this together to find their own sound, because after all, the artist is presenting the song. This is the person, this is the, everybody has money out of it, everybody, but the artist is the key person. This is the guy who goes in front of the cameras, this is the guy who's going in front of the microphone and actually delivers the work of the rest. And I think we are forgetting about it a lot, that artists first, and it's starting to be more about the people behind the cameras. It is cruel. I know it from myself. If you're a director, if you're a producer, you're always behind the cameras. No one really knows too much about you. You can be eccentric, like I am a little bit, but still, it's not about me. Those shows, everything what I've done in my career weren't ever about me. It was about the people in front of the cameras, and to create the conditions, the best possible conditions for them to shine. And because they are the ones who are criticized after all. No one knows about me. So we should also keep this in mind, and this is also one of the things we are forgetting. Anyway, another thing I did is lack of authenticity long term. This is what I wrote. Many artists don't create albums. Yes, this is it. But I think to getting people together, this is perfect. This is why I believe that it's very important. For example, producers from around Eurovision in general, not to focus on one company like what UK is doing somehow, but to focus on the mix. To know people from songwriting camps, not one, why songwriting camps, in my opinion, because they are different and they are competing to each other, which is Yes, this is what I said. What is the real sound? This is the question I asked myself. What is the real sound? I think on songwriting camps you cannot find it if you haven't started yet, or if you want to find your new sound and then keep it. Like I think like Malawi did it. They created a friend of a friend on songwriting camp. It was the blessing, honestly. And then they created an album based on this sound. They get to this 80s vibe, even deeper. And the album is brilliant and it's very authentic, At least I have the feeling from it. But I would say that they are big exception. Yeah, and I think this is it. So are the songwriting camps good for Eurovision or not? I would say that they don't do harm. What is doing harm is profiled songs. Instead of finding people to be more authentic, which I think some songwriting still do, some songwriting camps, the others are searching for something, and it's more like a factory without a deeper value, which after all doesn't matter that from such a factory a great song cannot emerge. It can happen, but more likely I would be glad that we keep to the mix and we don't we focus more instead of waiting for what songwriting camps will bring, because this is for producers in TV. This is the laziest, easiest way. It's the laziest way. Of course, you would use it because it also can really work. But then the other part of work, other hard work, to go on streets, to talk to people, maybe to say very unpopular things, maybe to cancel some contacts, maybe to find new ones. This is very important to do, because without the mix, if we focus only just on songwriting songs, songwriting camp songs, the Eurovision will never grow, because sooner or later such things will lose absolute authenticity, and you will have much more songs like Malta this year, Cyprus this year. Even I don't know if those songs are from songwriting camps, but you will have those songs who are I don't want to be harsh as a copycats of the songs from the past, but they are extremely inspired of things what were working at Eurovision, and this is just downgrade to downgrade to downgrade to downgrade. After all, our own minds would downgrade what we want from Eurovision, and we would say like, oh, but still good. But then you do this, listen the album this year, the Eurovision album this year, and go 3, 4, 5 years back, and you will see that the quality just really went down. We just got used to, so you after all have this Stockholm syndrome, so hey, it's okay, it's good, it's great, yes. But look what we were a few years ago and where we are now. And it's a difference. It is a difference of the general music quality, in my opinion. But that's maybe very subjective. Anyway, I have nothing more to say, or maybe I don't even want. Maybe I will again find a new idea for a new podcast very, very soon. But I wanted to talk about this topic. I'm very glad you listened till here. Of course, for the members, the full version is here. A very reduced version will be very reduced. It will be 10 minutes, maybe more. Shorter version will be for the general public, which I also love, but I want to give you the reasons why to be a member. So this is one of them, and you can still subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Like the video, share the video, ring the notification bell. Also, you can still buy me a coffee or give me a super like if you want to support me just for this concrete video. It would be perfect supporting. I would love it. I would enjoy it. And for all the members in here, really thank you for your support. I'm really happy about it, and I'm really happy now that I know that even if there is a one person there, I have an audience to talk to, which is extremely important for me. You cannot even imagine how much. So thank you for that, and thank you everybody for watching, listening, and see you in the next videos. Bye. Bye.